When your old career gives you lemons, throw in some ice, mix in some vodka, and call it a podcast. From the Mac of All Trades studio in Fairport and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Well, hello. I just had a horrible thought in my head, and I can't share it. I don't know why I got there. Hello and welcome.
That's what OCD is like, dude.
Thanks for getting your pot on. Thanks for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. Danny's here. What hat? Is that a Connors and Ferris?
Oh, no.
No, excuse me.
You know what, though?
I don't want to, like...
I could get a Connors and Ferris logo on the back if I wanted to.
Okay, but where did you get that? It's a beautiful
this is a New Era Bills hat.
Oh, okay.
Black and white, the white bison.
My cousin is working for New Era.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
okay.
she lives in Park City, Utah, but she just got hired by New Era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, New Era's remember when Starter was the big deal?
Yes.
New Era's the new, well, I don't know if they're the new Starter, but they've been Starter for some time as far as hats.
I got to tell you, like there are, like, you go brands, right?
Yeah.
And if I were to have my way in life, well, it's kind of stupid because you can, but if I had it, I love, like, luxurious stuff. I like nice things.
Yeah.
Nice clothes.
Who doesn't?
Custom made. But I want low key. I want quiet luxury. I don't need a chicken on my chest or a bird or whatever. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, like the Ralph Lauren.
Yeah. And you can't get away
with the logo.
Yes.
You don't need the logo.
No.
I just want cool.
I just want.
Yeah, I don't want to make myself a target as I wear this shirt that promotes our show. I know what you mean.
No, but that's what I like.
Yeah.
I like that kind
Subtle.
of stuff. Subtle.
Yeah.
Right. But you talk about brands, and there are some that people look down upon. And I have a Champion sweatshirt on the other day. Somebody goes, "That's a nice sweatshirt." And I go, "Oh, it's just a pullover." I go, "No, but it looks like it's nice quality, heavy." Who made it? I said, "Champion." They go, "Oh." And I go, "What does that mean?"
Right.
And it's so weird because I just think that I don't think people know what quality is. I think we get caught up in the brand.
Yes.
I think the brand versus the quality. And that's where some of the best brands are ones you may not know.
Champion outfitted the Dream Team.
Yeah.
With their jerseys.
Yeah.
They outfit the Dream Team.
But that was 30 years
1992.
Yeah, okay.
The Bills used to wear Champion shirts or jerseys. And then Jim Kelly, you can look this up, got in trouble because he was supposed to wear Champion cleats for games. You remember like when they had AstroTurf, they'd wear turf shoes. Well, they weren't comfortable for Jim. So he put on Nikes, taped up his sneaks, and then put the C for Champion on. And if you go back to the late 80s, early 90s, a lot of guys did this because they had to show off the logo because Champion had the rights to the shoe, to the spikes or whatever. And he's like, these suck. So there's a picture of him getting tackled. He's getting up, and
the tape's coming off?
No. The bottom of his shoes are being revealed, and they both say Nike, even though he's got the C written on the tape.
I'm sure he got fined.
So he got some trouble for that. But he wasn't wrong. Champion stuff slowly started getting bad.
No,
but they've come back.
Right.
They're sneaky good now.
Now, sometimes what's old becomes new again.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Familiarity is the new.
And that can happen. And we had a discussion about things that used to be acceptable that are no longer acceptable.
Oh, yeah.
And I got an email from I looked this person up, and I'll tell you about him in a second. It says, "Hey, Bill.
Dear Bill.
That opener with Dan really set the energy for the latest episode." Now,
awesome.
I don't know when this came in. It came in Tuesday, but I think this is an episode we did last week.
Well, I went on a tangent.
And I couldn't help but get caught up in your discussion on how language shifts through the years.
Mm-hmm.
The reference to that old Maxim article and your reflections on how certain things in the media used to fly, but don't anymore, were spot on. It's moments like that and the Taylor Swift podcast comparison later in the show that make Billified such a great mix of humor and real talk. So I'm going, I can't tell, like sometimes with these, and you don't know with AI anymore if who's writing.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of who's punching up a letter.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, is this person for real or not? I'd love to join your show for a conversation about where language, education, and cultural boundaries meet today. My background as a columnist for outlets like the Wall Street Journal and The Hill gives me a unique vantage point into how education policy, anti-Semitism, and public debate are evolving.
Okay.
Recent exchanges I've had with figures like Charlie Kirk, Alan Dershowitz, often come back to the same idea you highlighted. Context matters.
Yes, Charlie Kirk has really risen lately, as far as Turning Point USA is his baby. He started that, and then Dershowitz was one of OJ's attorneys.
Especially when discussing what we can say and what crosses the line. With a modest following of around 50,000 on social media, I try to keep these topics accessible and engaging, and I think your audience would appreciate a candid discussion on media education and where America is headed next. I'm always up for a lively debate and some good radio stories, so if you're interested, I'd be thrilled to jump behind the mic with you. Best, Gregory.
What's his Twitter handle?
Gregory is on LinkedIn. Gregory is a high school student, and he's the youngest columnist in America. He writes for Newsmax. He writes for mostly conservative outlets.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, according to LinkedIn. So I wrote him back and go, sure. But it was that, and I started, I don't know what Gregory's experience is with stuff, where he's going to come from. I should probably try to look up some of his articles when I get a chance, but I would have him on, and it would have to be a day that you're here.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
So he sounds like I want to use this the right way, a savant. Like being young and talented enough to have that type of discussion.
Well, I mean, look,
he's a columnist. He's a columnist from the Wall Street Journal and The Hill.
Yeah,
they're pretty freaking good.
Yeah, they're not going to let just anybody. But he looks like a little geeky kid in his LinkedIn picture, which I mean that in a sweet way, because it sounds, I guess it does sound mean, but I don't mean it in a mean way. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, you look at this kid and you go, oh yeah, he could definitely be writing for one of those magazines. You know what I mean? If he came out looking like the captain of the football team, you're like, nah, I'm not so sure. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he did.
Wow.
But that made me start thinking about like the things. It's so strange because right after that, I see an article about movies from the 70s that you should watch. And they give you a whole list, and one of them, I'm just going to go to one.
You mean before you say that.
Here we go.
No. You mean like when you go to like a place like McQuaid and they give you a reading list of books that you should have read by this grade? Mm-hmm. Like culturally speaking, here's 10 movies. Confession, Friday night I watched Dazed and Confused for the first time with my wife.
Yeah.
Okay. I think everybody should watch that.
So, Dazed and Confused is
all right.
Yeah.
It's Ben Affleck, McConaughey. A very, very young the guy who plays Rip in Yellowstone. That too. Cole Hauser. You wouldn't even recognize him. He's in the movie. And then there's some other, like Parker Posey's in it.
Yeah.
And then there's some other people that you're like, well, what happened to these guys?
Yeah. So this is just a list of movies from the 70s that they say are the best. Mm-hmm. And one of them is Chinatown. And Chinatown, it sort of grabbed me because I had read an excerpt from the book that Jay Giles frontman Peter Wolf wrote. And he was married to Faye Dunaway, but he talked about, remember I said he went over to Jack's house with Faye, and Jack had like a party, and he wanted Faye to rehearse lines, so they went upstairs, but they went up around midnight.
Yeah.
And Peter waited till like 5 a.m, and he's yelling her name and calling her name and all this stuff. So he went in and took all Jack's furniture and dumped it in the end of the pool and got a taxi home. And that made me laugh. And I go, I've never seen Chinatown. Well, because of this email, I don't know. Now Chinatown is supposed to be about a detective who falls in love with the client from the 1930s. I don't know. This is one of the scenes, though. Listen closely.
The truth.
Jack slapping the shit out of her.
I want the truth.
And then he throws her across the room. Like, throws her. And I go, I don't know if they made that movie today, if that scene would be in there. I mean, he freaking slaps her right across the face. And I go, maybe we're better off for not having that. But, yeah. Slapped her across the face and then throws her across the face.
There's a talk show host named Colin Cowherd who swears up and down that Chinatown, not The Godfather Part 2, was the best movie of 1974.
Yeah.
Godfather 2 won Best Picture. It's the only sequel to win Best Picture. But in both movies, you see the main character slapping
shit out of women.
Yes.
Yeah, women.
Yep.
It's wild. Then you get
Tough. You get tender. You get close to each other. Maybe you even get close to the truth. Jack Nicholson and Faye Dunaway in a Robert Evans production of a Roman Polanski film, Chinatown.
This guy sounds like he ate a box of marbles.
But now I got to see this.
Chinatown?
Now I got to see it.
Yeah, I do too. But the slap, and I went, that's so weird. And then I went, I got to go back to all the classics.
Yes.
The classics where you get slapped of talk, where men talked about slapping women in public. One of them, a football great, Deacon Jones.
The head slap was to do two purposes. One was to give myself an initial head start on the pass rush. In other words, an extra step. Because anytime you go upside a man's head or a woman, then they have a tendency to blink their eyes or close their eyes, and that was all I needed.
Okay. Or a woman.
I understand.
And NFL Films he's broadcast this for decades.
I shouldn't laugh but it's so it was so out of the thinking in the world I grew up in, right?
Yes.
You were always told you don't lay a hand on a woman.
Nope.
Right? I think.
Never.
Yeah. So, but this was like, this guy's talking about football.
Yes.
There's only men play football, and only men played football then.
Yeah,
they didn't have female tackle leagues. They didn't have
cheerleaders, but they weren't allowed to play.
They didn't have flag football that they're going to have in the Olympics.
Yeah.
They didn't have
there
any
was
of that shit.
Powder puff
and
football.
This guy says, and he even pauses. He pauses.
The head slap was to do two purposes.
Wait for the pause.
One was to give myself an initial head start on the pass rush. In other words, an extra step. Because anytime you go upside a man's head or a woman.
Oh, and it wasn't even a pause. Forgive me. It's an or a woman. Like, he just didn't even miss a beat.
No. Like, no big deal.
Holy shit.
And I think I know where you're going next.
Oh, yeah. This is one of my favorites of all time.
Was this Barbara Walters? And
yes,
okay.
and Sean Connery. Now, Sean Connery, and again, I'm gonna say cultural difference. And I'm gonna give an example as to why I think this is a cultural difference.
Cultural money punny?
Yeah, and again, not that it's right. I don't believe it's right. I don't think I will say, and I have said for many, many, many years on the radio, if your first instinct is to hit, then there's something wrong with you.
Yes.
Right? I have said that. But in this instance, it's so well laid out. His logic, like this is Sean Connery at his core believes this. Here we go.
You did an interview in which you said, it's not the worst thing to slap a woman now and then. As I remember, you said you don't do it with a clenched fist. It's better to do it with an open hand. Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you would think that you're sitting in front of cameras with Barbara Walters.
Yeah.
You are a global can get at the time, icon, right? You played James Bond. You've done all kinds of movies. You're considered one of the sexiest men alive, even though you're going bald. I mean, you got this shit going on.
Welcome to The Rock.
You think you'd watch your words.
Yeah.
You think, no.
Not the worst thing to slap a woman now and then. As I remember, you said you don't do it with a clenched fist. It's better to do it with an open hand. Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I didn't love that.
I haven't changed my opinion.
You haven't?
No, not at all.
You think it's good to slap a woman?
No, I don't think it's good.
You don't think it's bad?
I don't think it's that bad. I think that it depends entirely on the circumstances and if it merits it. Yeah.
What would merit it?
Well, if you have tried everything else, and women are pretty good at this, they can't leave it alone. They don't want to have the last word, and you give them the last word, but they're not happy with the last word. They want to say it again and get into a really provocative situation. Then I think it's absolutely right.
What would...
Okay, you put that in there. Okay. I'm like, I don't remember that being part of the interview.
Barbara Walters comes like that. you'd get canceled.
Yes.
You'd be fucking canceled today.
Yes.
There's not a chance, a snowball's chance in hell that guy's getting away with saying that.
Oh, people would dig it back up. If he were still alive.
Yeah.
In 2020.
Yeah.
People would have dug that back up and then canceled him.
Maybe. Except that I think there is a thing, old man forgiveness. Like, he's so old at this point and feeble that what's the point? You know what I mean? Now, maybe we should start. I don't know that Cosby's ever going to get that old man forgiveness.
You're not going to forgive me for putting my slender pudding pop.
Because he was like basically drugging women and then having his way
famous line was, "You need some contact."
Yeah. So
cold. You need some contact.
So, and Sean didn't have a list of women. He just said, "Hey, I think I should slap a woman."
Look, we know how women are. They have to have the last word. They won't stop. Like a Hard Knocks last night when you had the quarterbacks all talking. Not Allen, the other quarterbacks talking. You ever notice your wife's always right? My wife's always right.
Yeah.
Mine too.
I gotta do
You did an interview in which you said, it's not the worst thing to slap a woman now and then. As I remember, you said you don't do it with a clenched fist. It's better to do it with an open hand. Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she thinks she's got him.
Yeah,
like,
she
gotcha.
does. She does. She goes, yeah. And then she says, I don't love that. Now, I paused it. I just want you to, there's not even a one Mississippi hesitation from when she says, I didn't love that, to when he talks. He steps on her last word.
And
I didn't love that.
I haven't changed my opinion.
You haven't?
No, not at all.
You think it's good to slap a woman?
No, I don't think it's good.
But, I mean, he's just answering it.
Yeah.
There's no fucking shame in this guy's game.
No, he doesn't even turn red. If you watch it, he doesn't turn red.
No.
I have no regrets for what I said.
No.
He's saying, I'm not saying
You don't think it's bad?
I don't think it's that bad. I think that it depends entirely on the circumstances and if it merits it. Yeah.
What would merit it?
Well, if you have tried everything else, and women are pretty good at this, they can't leave it alone. They don't want to have the last word, and you give them the last word, but they're not happy with the last word. They want to say it again and get into a really provocative situation. Then,
big breath.
I think it's absolutely right.
I'm sorry. I have to hear.
no hesitation.
I mean, there's a sniff.
No reservation, no reluctance, no interruptions.
But that's a sniff at the end. Do you hear that sniff?
Yep.
Like absolutely right.
Like when an animal, like a ram, or like it's about to attack, and they start kicking their front leg.
But I would take it even as like an arrogant, like, an intellectual know-it-all.
Yeah.
Anybody who's about to make a point.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
And the reason they could get away with that back then, I'm sure people were offended in their homes, but they had no outlet to go complain about
that's
it.
true. We didn't have social media.
You weren't going to get on the phone with Nancy at 10:30 on a Friday night watching 2020 and go, "Did you hear what Sean Connery said?"
I bet the network got a lot of complaints. But
I'm going to bring this up at the PTA meeting.
But I think that this may be a cultural thing, and I'm gonna go back to
Scotsman.
Huh?
With Scotsman or the age group?
I'm going to say not Scotsman so much as
generation.
I would say Celtic or
okay.
Including like all the United Kingdom. Okay. And the reason I say that is there was a cartoon in the funnies in the Sunday paper. Do you remember the Sunday paper when it would come when you were a kid and it had the full thing?
And on Sunday it would come in color.
It would come in color. The cartoons were in color.
The funnies.
And there was one about an Englishman. He was a drunk.
Okay.
Do you remember this one?
No.
You don't.
I mean,
well, it was old, so don't worry.
Okay.
But it was in the papers in the 80s and I think into the 90s. And it was only really meant to be originally, it spoke to the life in Northern England. It was Andy Capp.
Oh, okay.
And Andy would get drunk and he would stumble home after, he would leave the factory job and he would go.
Now, Andy Capp's the guy who wore the hat and he had the big nose. So you couldn't see his face. You could see his big nose and his smile.
Right. But then he would go home to his wife, who would say something like, "I made you dinner, but now it's cold." And he'd punch her in the face and go back to the bar. I'm telling you.
This was a syndicated comic.
Yeah. It was. Red Smith did it for the Daily Mirror in 1957, and Andy Capp made it to the United States. It was in the Sunday Funnies. When life takes an unexpected turn, you need someone who's going to stand by your side. At CircuLaw, they understand that good people can find themselves in difficult situations. Whether it's a DWI charge or being accused of a crime you didn't knowingly commit, your rights matter, and protecting them is CircuLaw's priority. As your defense attorneys, they'll meticulously analyze every aspect of your case, from understanding the charges to dissecting applicable laws and statutes. They believe everyone deserves a fair trial and proper justice. Why face the legal system alone? Let CircuLaw help protect your rights and guide you through this challenging time. Contact them today at 585-385-2510 or reach out through their secure email at circulaw.com. That's SERCU law.com. CircuLaw, your rights, their commitment. Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram knows school's just about back in session, and that means kids' activities are kicking in, and your calendar looks like a game of Tetris gone horribly wrong. You need a ride that's reliable, safe, and makes you look cooler than the dad with the minivan. How about this? A brand new 2025 Jeep Wagoneer S Limited 4xe. Lease it for just $199 a month for 24 months. That's right, 2 Benjamins and a spare dollar bill. First payment, DMV, taxes and fees due at signing, $2,500 cash or trade, 7,500 miles a year, conquest required. See dealer for details, exclusions apply. Or maybe you're thinking, forget soccer practice, I want to haul stuff. Then get into a 2025 Ram Tradesman Crew Cab 4x4. Lease it for just $379 a month for 42 months. First payment, DMV, taxes and fees due at signing, $3,500 cash or trade, 10,000 miles per year, conquest required. Basically, it's a truckload of awesome. Because whether it's carpool karaoke with the kids, hauling lumber, or just finally winning the cool carpool parent contest, Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Route 96 in Victor has your back. So stop scrolling memes and start driving dreams. Visit VictorCDJR.com. today. The NFL season is about to begin, and there's all kinds of fun things happening. If you are into betting, I think these new rule changes could affect some things and some decision-making.
Okay.
There's 3 specific rule changes that I focused on. I don't know how many there are or aren't. The dynamic kickoff rule is one.
Yes.
We had it where they moved it up to the 20. They're trying to make it so guys aren't just getting the shit beat out of them. The problem is you're also not getting a dynamic return, right?
Right.
So
all they had to do was adopt the XFL rule, but they decided, no, we can't do that. We got to make our own.
We got to make our own.
And then the XFL became the UFL, decided to go back to the old school kickoff.
So it does give you, though, like we have squib kicks, directional kicks, and return scheme. There's all this stuff, right? And I think you're going to see that maybe later in games if they're close. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, I think that it's going to be higher scoring. I think you're going to have a higher scoring NFL because guys are really, 2 first downs from the end zone at 35. And it really what they're doing is putting the onus on the kicker to put it at the 10-yard line, mm-hmm. right? So then somebody will return it. But, guys kicking it out into the end zone.
Well, they just kick from the 25 then, if that's the case. I mean, this is hard.
But, and look, I don't know if you're eventually going to see a return specialist come back, somebody who can just see the field and know where to go and, almost a Barry Sanders vision of the field kind of thing.
Well, last year, and if you remember the Bills opener against Arizona, you got every possible scenario under last year's kickoff rules come true in that game. With kick returns, the way it would land in the end zone, if it landed out of bounds, if it dribbled to the end zone, if it landed in a splash. I think a couple got returned in that game. But the thing is, like,
there are not many throughout the season, though.
No, but like with the players lined up closer to the kick returner, all he's got to do is get by a couple guys and sprung, and he could be gone.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I also think if you're a bettor, you may want to almost look at the over sometimes.
Play the over.
You know what I mean? In terms of combined score, because I think this is going to lead to higher scoring games. Now, it's all going to depend on who's playing in the game.
Early in the season is the time to bet for that.
The expanded replay assist. The expanded replay assist for the NFL this season, I think, is kind of interesting. It really, if there's a missed call, they can't call it. So if they see something on replay assist, they can't. But if there was a call that was made and didn't happen, a holding, and it's usually to benefit the defensive player, right? Some kind of thing. So I wonder if you're going to see more defensive players taking chances, getting in guys' faces a little bit off,
probably
old school, because there's a chance with the replay assist why not?
Right. I mean, for the last few years, you've seen, and I don't know if you've noticed this, but the left tackle and the right tackle are moving a fraction of a second before the snap.
Yeah. And no one's calling it.
No one's calling
now,
it.
I don't know if that could be called, but it's mostly, I mean, it may be. Here's the thing. It should reduce some automatic first downs. So, for offenses.
It very well could.
So it's just something to keep an eye on or think about when you're placing bets, I think, because then you go, all right, we got chance for higher scoring, this, that, really look at it. And the other one, I mean, I think this also could reduce the hesitancy, the replay system among defenders and things like that. The other one that I think is very interesting, and I think will affect betting, is the Thursday night football flex rule. This is different. Normally, you need a month to flex. With Thursday night football, they only have to do it for three weeks out. And the reason they're doing this is obviously money. People have been bitching about the games. I think on paper, there was the Colts and the Broncos game a couple years ago, and it was going to be Matthew, who used to play for Atlanta and then retired a Colt, versus...
No, Matt Ryan, yeah.
Yeah, Matt Ryan versus Russell.
Yes.
Right? And everybody thought it was good. I think the score was 12-9.
Yeah,
I think it was like 7 field goals.
Yeah, there have been some bad Thursday night games.
Yeah.
So they expanded last year. They extended these flex rules. It used to be just Sunday nights.
Yeah.
Now they've extended it to Thursday night.
But Thursday night doesn't have to do a month out. It only has to do 3 weeks
now.
So I think that if you're betting, you got to look at, and by the way, real quick, it's kind of shitty for fans.
Oh, yeah, it sucks.
If you bought tickets to go see a game and then it gets flexed to Thursday night, you're out your hotel, everything. I mean, let's say you were going on the road to see Buffalo play Miami, Seattle, whatever. And it gets flexed to Thursday night, you're shit out of luck. And that's kind of the shitty
Yeah,
thing.
like if something happened to, and heaven forbid, something happened to a quarterback this year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
100%. So there, you've got that. Obviously, they're trying to get I don't know that they're trying to get the ratings up. Well, maybe.
No, they are. They have to because they need more revenue streams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Amazon
because if you raise the price, if you raise the ratings, then you raise the price and the streaming bids and the wars now. I mean, I don't have to see what's going on with baseball right now, but now it looks like baseball is going to be completely like streamed by ESPN.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like, and you got to buy the MLB package, and it's going to be a mess.
Yep.
So it could be better. It could suck. But now you like somebody said with football now, you need like several subscriptions.
Yeah.
To watch football. And by the way, on a Sunday,
do you though? Because you could get the NFL ticket through YouTube.
You can, but then you have to buy the NFL. You have to buy the NFL ticket.
Yeah,
and so I mean,
you're right to see all the games. If you didn't want to buy the NFL ticket, you need Peacock.
Yeah,
you need Netflix.
Yes,
you need Prime.
Amazon, and then you got, of course, you got your regular channels too.
Right, you need all your regular channels. You need ESPN for Monday Night Football, and I don't think is Monday Night Football on ESPN Plus.
Yes,
it is.
Well, actually, no, I don't think it is. No, I don't think it's on ESPN Plus.
So therefore, you got to buy ESPN.
Yes,
ESPN Plus ESPN Plus to me just doesn't seem worth it.
No,
and I have it. I'm annoyed that I have it.
ESPN. Well, a lot of it's tied into the digital side.
Yeah, the digital side of what?
With, like the writing and stuff.
No, I get that, but
I mean, that's my point. I
want to see the fucking game. If you're looking to celebrate anything and you've got fantasy football,
yeah,
and you need a place for your draft, get to BTB now.
Yeah.
Because this is going to book up fast.
Hurry up.
They've got a great room back there, great food. And I wonder if Matt would let somebody stay in the restaurant for 20. You'd have to have someone with him, but or lock you in the mall for 24 hours.
That mall?
Yeah.
Oh boy. That could be fun.
Like not that you get locked in, but you have to find a way to stay in. You got to hide. You know what I mean? You got to hide, and you got to prove that you're on.
Like J.J. Watt getting stuck at Dick's on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. That's what you got to do that. Anyway, BTB. The food is delicious. The portions are enormous. They've got the longest happy hour from 11 to 6. The brunch is fantastic. It's award winning, in my opinion. I mean, just alone, you get that. Didn't you have the eggs?
Yes.
The burrito, the fried.
Oh, yeah. It was incredible.
Yeah. But
I took half of it home.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And then on Saturday night, I had the I don't think it's a garbage plate, but I had something like the garbage plate burrito.
I think you had their plate. Yeah. The plate burrito. Yeah.
Yeah, with the fries. Oh, my gosh, it was incredible.
The meat sauce, and they sell it outside of BTB at different establishments.
Tremendous.
That is truly award-winning.
Yes.
And I would say, Dan, that I ate an entire pizza there. And
I know, I watched.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you had one little sliver of a slice that you didn't.
I didn't want to be a whole pig.
Right. I ate 95% of the pizza.
You ever do that? Like
Kevin had the other 5.
You ever get down to the? He didn't.
No, it wasn't Kevin.
Him.
Was it Mark?
It was Laura. Laura had a slice.
Okay, I
kept trying to get everybody to have a slice.
I know.
Kevin
hey, Dad, try this pizza.
Kevin was highly offended.
And what?
That we thought it was him. And he goes, why? And I go, you really? You're going to guess why?
Dude.
Yeah. BTB knows when you're coming. Check him out online at btbroc.com.
Doesn't Kevin call it Facebook?
I think he might.
With his order?
Yes.
Yeah. If I'm doing the math.
BTB Woodfire Pizza and Grill in the mall at Grease Ridge. Got a home improvement conundrum? Time to call in the superheroes, Mac of all trades. Leaky faucet, wall that mysteriously has a hole in it. Kitchen looking like it's stuck in the 90s. Mac of all trades is here to save the day. No capes, just expert repairs, remodeling, and handyman services that get the job done right. Call them today at 585-202-9218. That's 585-202-9218. Or visit them online at macofalltrades.net. Because every home needs a hero. Mac of all trades. Hey, if you've been thinking about checking out recreational cannabis in Monroe County, stop thinking and start visiting my buds over at MJ Dispensary. They were the first recreational cannabis destination in the county. That's right, the OG spot. And trust me, they know their stuff. I was at their summer event, and I was blown away by how educated and on top of it their bud tenders are. I mean, these aren't just people handing you a bag. They're like the Google of cannabis, but way friendlier and without the pop-up ads. Whether you're looking for edibles, vapes, concentrates, pre-rolls, or just something that helps you relax, sleep, or deal with pain, MJ Dispensary has it all. And the best part, they'll guide you so you don't leave looking like you just picked random snacks at 3 a.m. Now, maybe you're in it for the fun side, maybe you're in it for the wellness side. It doesn't matter. They've got you covered. And here's a bonus. Delivery. That's right. From Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., and even on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., they'll bring the goods right to your door and no judgment if you're in your pajamas. Oh. So do yourself a favor. Head over to MJ Dispensary, 900 Jefferson Road, Suite 902 in Henrietta, or check them out online at mjdispensary585.com. Dan was very kind, and I always get embarrassed at this kind of stuff, but he bought it in a bag, and it's supposed to be birthday stuff.
Happy birthday.
I know. And
Mr. Billify.
So here's the thing that's weird is I'm old now. Like I'm at an age where I go, fuck. Like in 1 year, I could move into a retirement community. Like, do you understand what I'm saying?
You know what? I would take advantage of that. I think there's benefits to that.
I don't know. My palms get sweaty thinking about it.
It's not a nursing home. It's a retirement community.
I don't think that I don't know. I don't feel that old.
You don't look that old.
I don't. Yeah, okay, but
you look younger than I do. My wife won't let me color my hair. That's another issue for another time.
You got a lot of issues.
No, I'm good.
I'm teasing.
My issues
yes, I know. Yeah, your issues are.
They're like sitcom issues.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So
they all get wrapped up in 22 minutes.
But I always thought celebrating your birthday gets ridiculous. I think that I enjoy celebrating other people's birthdays.
You want to celebrate a day of an accomplishment.
Well, that was always my thing,
yes.
Remember?
Yeah.
And I talked about that yesterday, and I used to tease my kids, Jackson and Jordan, and one of them got so mad at me, probably Jordan, and got his mother involved, and that's ridiculous. And I'm like, it's just a joke. But I had to like backpedal. Back. But my point was, after a certain age, look, if you're Jewish, what do they say to you at 13? If
you're a man.
Yes.
Or a woman.
No, right. Exactly.
Can't drive.
No.
Can't buy beer.
No.
Can't vote.
No.
Can't work.
Right.
Can't go to war.
All I was saying
But you're a man.
Right.
Because you read out of the Torah.
So, okay. But you did a lot of work to get there. You followed the protocol is.
I don't know why I did an Italian accent for a Jewish person.
But that's okay. But so my thing was, why don't we celebrate the day you accomplished something?
Baba the Joopy?
Whatever that is, that like in the past, let's say recent 2-year window, whatever that was. You hit a home run. We'll celebrate that day. Hey, it's home run day for Jordan, everybody, and have a party.
You went back on the radio for the first time in 10 years, like somebody in this room did recently.
Yeah. Okay. That's quite an accomplishment. Quite an accomplishment.
Yes.
So I just think like that would be something you would celebrate. We'd recognize that. And then maybe it's when you graduate, and maybe it's when you get your master's degree, and maybe it's when, I don't know, maybe you're a scientist, you invented, I don't know. Maybe you're driving a race car and you finally broke top 10.
Maybe you finished a book.
Finished writing a book.
Okay, yeah. Finished writing. Aren't you working on a book?
I have not. I've been working on other writing things.
The Jordan rules. 10 rules from my son.
It's grilling season, baby, and Palmer's Direct-to-You Market is bringing the heat. 900 Jefferson Road in Henrietta and online at palmersdirecttoyou.com. Grill warriors, fire up those flames. Palmer's Direct-to-You Market is your one-stop meat and seafood paradise this summer. Whether you're hosting the block party of the year or just treating yourself to some backyard sizzle, Palmer's has exactly what you need to own the grill. Say hello to the homemade fresh trio blend slider patties on special. 3 ounces each, packed with Palmer's signature in-house mix of certified Angus beef chuck, sirloin, and brisket. Build your own slider flight and explore bold new flavors like the ridiculous blend patties. Yes, they're as ridiculously good as they sound. Available in full size or slider size because your grill deserves options. Hooked on seafood? Well, then dive into the fresh mahi-mahi fillets at Palmer's Direct-to-You Market, just $13.99 a pound. Or grab a 2-pound bag of farm-raised tail-on cooked shrimp for only $14.98 a bag. That's protein-packed summer snacking done right. Even if you think you've mastered the flame, Palmer's is here to keep you humble and helpful. Check out palmersdirecttoyou.com for grilling tips, steak secrets, grill maintenance hacks, and more. Because greatness starts with guidance. So let's make this the greatest grilling season ever. Head to Palmer's Direct-to-You Market, 900 Jefferson Road in Henrietta, or visit palmersdirecttoyou.com. Meat, seafood, skills, sauce, sizzle, it's all here at Palmer's Direct-to-You. Now go forth and grill like a legend. We all know what time it is. The lazy summer slumber is wrapping up, and life's about to hit us with more stress, more activities, and more people getting on your last nerve. And let's be real. You've got issues in your tissues. Don't argue. You know it's true. That's why I want you to go see my friend Sheila Tillich. She's not just any healer. She's a recovery metaphysician and galactic grandmother. Yeah, you heard that right. Sheila doesn't just help you get rid of stress. She helps you blast it into another dimension. Now, here's the deal. Everyone's healing journey is different. No cookie-cutter nonsense with Sheila. That's why she offers all kinds of sessions. Integrated energy therapy, unity field healing, heart math healing, galactic grandmother's healing sessions. And let me tell you something. If anyone's going to realign your chakras and smack the bad vibes out of you, it's a galactic grandmother. Maybe you're not sure what you even need. Easy. I want you to head over to SheilaTillich.com and book your free discovery call. Zero pressure, zero cost. Worst case scenario, you had a nice chat. Best case, you finally got the issues out of your tissues and start tapping into your divine potential. So quit doom scrolling, stop yelling at traffic, and do yourself a favor. Check out SheilaTillich.com. That's SheilaTillich.com. Trust me, your future self will thank you. There's a line between enjoying generosity and I think abusing
taking advantage
and abusing it.
Yeah.
You know? And is it rude to take leftovers when you didn't pay? I don't know. I can't really say that.
With the guy's dad, I mean, it's his dad. Well, and maybe, is he broke? Is this kid broke? Or is he really hungry? Is he like, I know what it's like to be starving and broke, and like somebody offers you a couple of chicken fingers, you take an extra one. I know what that's like.
Yeah, but
I don't want to. I didn't want to.
He just ordered an extra side, and just was like, I can't finish it. It'd be like going to a dinosaur barbecue and you get an extra side. You're like, that comes with 2 sides. Can I get a third? Oh, and I go, yeah. And so I think that's probably what it is. But I know my father would, like, that was always the thing with my dad. And my mom even said it on the last episode. He would walk around, my wallet's burping, sky's the limit. And then you'd order something and he'd be like, hey.
Oh.
But when we had 2 years ago, It'll be 2 years ago this Thanksgiving.
Mirbeau.
We went to Mirbeau.
Whatever you want. It's on me. Mirbeau.
Oh, Christ.
Paul Bill.
Oh, my God.
This wallet is perfect money. Jameson did what? Jordan ordered what?
So Jackson ordered like an $18.
No, it was Jordan, wasn't it?
No, it was Jackson. It was Jackson. Maybe they both did. And
didn't Jordan order a second martini?
All right, hang on a second.
Like Garth in Wayne's World with like.
hang on. Because this is exactly what this is.
Okay.
And it does become one of these things where who's right and who's wrong in terms of it. If you say, and some people are very black and white with things. I live more in a gray world, and I kind of look at things and go,
nuance.
Sure. Yes.
There's some nuance.
But my old man did say, it's on me. Thanksgiving, the entire family. Mm-hmm. So it's me, my 3 boys. It's my brother, his wife, their 2 kids, my sister, her husband, and their 2 kids, and my mother and my father, who are no longer married, but that was, So we...
The Morans at Mirbeau.
Yeah, at Mirbeau.
Nothing's off limits.
In Rhinebeck. So Jackson, the boys all order cocktails. I happen to be the lucky person who gets to sit next to my dad. My sister's on one side, but for whatever reason, he and she are side by side. I'm on the corner, so I'm kind of where you are to me. Mm-hmm. And so I'm in his line of sight. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting
the stare.
I'm getting the frustration. I'm getting the frustration.
I've been there, Billy.
And he goes, what? He's like, my hearing aids are. What do you order? What do you order? That's an $18 cocktail. That's an $18. What? Jesus God. And I'm going, yeah, but you said.
Right.
So, and now I'm like trying to fucking flag my kids. Like I'm at a fucking airport. I'm waving napkins. I'm doing all this shit, trying to get their attention, going, fucking cut the shit with the drinks. Just get anything other than this thing. Then the woman comes around and she says, wine, who wants one? My brother goes, wine. And my brother goes, why don't we just get a bottle? My father goes, what? What did Kevin do? Now I have to be the one sitting next to him. And I got to hear all this. I hope you're listening somewhere, Dad.
You're the oldest.
So I'm sitting there and I hear, what did he do? And then Katie goes, I'll have wine. My mom, I'll have wine. Morgan, I'll have wine. This one, and they go, what are you gonna have? And I go, I guess I'll have wine. And so make it 2 bottles. My father goes, what did he do?
He can't hear.
2 bottles? Did he say 2 bottles? Whoa. I want to know the price. I want to know the price on these bottles before.
Which my father always used to say, if you have to ask the price, you can't afford it.
This is the thing. So you can't be the thousandaire who's going to throw around your fucking money.
No. Credit card millionaire. Can't do it. My father always used to say, everybody always knew if my father walked in the room or my uncle, it was on them.
Okay, that's great. And the same thing with my dad.
And the reason was because he never wanted to ask. He never wanted to look like he couldn't, get whatever you want. It's how he was. I'm kind of the same way, actually.
But my dad always picked up the bill for everything. Mm-hmm. But he made a big point of this.
Right.
But they didn't have prices on the menu on anything.
Of course not.
So
they don't.
Now
you kind of understand what you're walking into.
Now we find out, I think, because he's going to be, how much a bottle do you think that is? How much? What do you think about it? And I go, I don't know, Dad. I go, I have no idea. Well, what do you think? You know some wines. I go, I'm going to say anywhere from $50 a bottle? I go, it could be anywhere from $50 to $100. $100. What? So now
you don't have to tip on alcohol, right?
So there's so my entire Thanksgiving there, I'm just sitting there and at that point he was starting, the Parkinson's was getting bad. So I just walked with him to the bathroom and he's motherfucking the whole way.
who does this? And, I'm hosting this thing and they turn on the TV to have the game on? That's pretty rude. But
the TV's behind him. It's not even like he can see it.
Right.
He's just bitching just to bitch because I don't know if he doesn't have control. You would think at this age and knowing that you were leaving he didn't, but you're leaving the planet in less than 2 years. Just let everybody be. Just enjoy
the moment
and the chaos. But he added to mine, and so this kept going on. I think it turned out to be $78 a bottle for the wine.
Okay.
And at a place like that, that's what you're going to pay.
Yeah, $160.
So, and then Jackson orders a second martini.
What is he doing? $2.18. Let me tell you something. That's pretty goddamn rude on somebody else's dime.
Same thing like this Reddit kid. Somebody else's dime. And this guy, so the next year we go out again, this time not to Mirbeau. And the reason we didn't go to Mirbeau is he didn't like the food. He didn't think the food was that good. And so we go somewhere else. And this year, instead of asking, we start our own alcohol bill.
So you're on tab.
And then he gets wind of it and gets pissed and insists on paying for everything and takes it. But at Mirbeau, while we're sitting there, he fucking gets the bill, Dan, and he goes, oh, it's way under what I thought. It's not a problem.
Oh, sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Nothing. And I go, what the flip? And then, but never let it go. Even the next year, saying to Jack, you're going to get one of those $18. Like, he kept saying it to Jackson.
Couldn't let it go.
If I asked Jackson about it, and then it was like, we're walking by a liquor store. He goes, anybody want to go in and see if they have a $78 bottle of wine? Anybody want to check? Like, it was always these little digs, these passive-aggressive digs that were always there. Literally, my skin is itching.
Why is that?
Because I lived that for so long with stuff. And it's like, it's uncomfortable. And you don't want to say no to anybody, and you don't want to be rude to them, but yet at the same time, this is where the term that is popular is boundaries.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll say this. When I was in radio, I had a lot more friends than when I got let go. All of a sudden, I didn't hear from those same friends, and I was a broke radio dude, but I was connected.
You got it. Exactly.
Right.
That's right. Well, Dan, thank you very much for the beer. That's actually really good, that non-alcoholic.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's like happy lemonade.
Yes,
but it's not alcoholic.
No, it's athletic.
If you get a chance, watch Hard Knocks. I want to get your take on the last 10 minutes.
Okay. All right.
Just the last 10 minutes.
In a week.
I'll see you in a week, yeah.
All right. I'll make notes.
Yes.
I will make notes, and I'll try to. Okay. That sounds good. For Dan Barillo, I'm Bill Moran. We'll see you tomorrow.
That'd work.